Hey y'all, how you doing? Um, Hanging in as always. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day out. Just finished up not long ago with my therapy, and literally just got done doing a couple rehomes on my tarantulas. I've got like 5 sizes of terrestrial enclosures. I've got my really big ones for, of course, my bigger tarantulas. I've got the smaller version of that for ones that are smaller. I've got one that's little bit smaller in size than the second Zilla one, and then one that's about 2.5 by 2.5 inches, and then I've got the ones that are 1 inch square. One of the tarantulas my kids got me for Mother's Day, Danny. He's getting kind of big, so I took one of my other tarantulas from the next size up and put her to the third size, and then put Danny into the second size. And I'm gonna be getting that 2.5 inch one. I'll be getting a couple of those to put my other 2 tarantulas in that are in the 1 inch squares. So I'll be doing that over the next couple weeks. But therapy was emotional today. Tuesday was the 15-year anniversary of losing my mom. And it's always been a emotional time for me. And I was always pulled in 2 different directions with loss, sorrow for losing my mom, but it was also my husband's birthday. So I always tried to be happier to celebrate with him. So, I always had that happy but sad on that day anyway. And of course, the 19th and 20th were, 19th was six months since I lost Levy, and 20th was a year from losing Onyx. And then I think it was yesterday or maybe Tuesday, I lost my Venezuelan sun tiger, Zelia. He had matured out about 11 months ago, and I knew he was going to be passing soon. He was literally looking like an old man. But I went to give him water and he was gone. So, all that hurts, but with mom, knowing as much as I do now about things she said and did, of course I miss her. And, I loved her because she was my mom, but she could be horrible to people. And the things that she did really have made me angry. Unfortunately, things that she did, I find that I have also mirrored in my life. During therapy today, I talked a lot about my mom, but I also talked a lot about my ex-husband, Tim. But in amongst all that talking, I also told her something that absolutely no one else in this world knows except me. So now there are 2 people that know what I talked about. And no, I'm not going to talk about it here. Suffice to say, it's not a time where I was stable, and I don't like thinking of that time in my life, but it's there. I can't change what happened, and all I can do is try to come to terms with it, accept it, and work through the shame and let myself heal. And I would say change the behaviors, but I've changed it already on my own. So, Jasmine's absolutely the best therapist I've ever had. And she has gotten deeper in my head than any other counselor ever has. And it's because I know with her, there will never be judgment. She will still be accepting of who I am, and she will help me work through all of it. I don't let people into my mind easily. And she was very, very grateful that I felt secure enough and comfortable enough to share with her something that no one else in this world knows. So when you find a good counselor, it can make all the difference in the world. Because I've had probably at least a dozen different counselors over my life, and I've been working with her for over 2 years now. And I have made more progress in that 2 years than I had the 30 years prior. I mean, she's probably not even she might be half my age, but she's very wise and she's very good at being a counselor, at being a therapist, and she's very good at working through things to get to the root of what's driving that issue. So I mean, the goal of therapy, of course, is to get better and to not need it. But as long as I need it, I'll be seeing Jasmine. She's good. I'm glad I've been able to work with her. Talking about mom. Mom could be strong at things and at certain times. She could be strong. But unfortunately, she was mentally weak. She did not have that mental toughness that she would have needed to overcome more of her issues. And I wish she could have been a happier person. I wish she could have been a capable wife and mother, but she wasn't. I love her nonetheless. But I know I've said it before. She is what I modeled to not be as a mother. And I know I've succeeded very well in that. A lot of things that I don't like about my mom is because how they resonate in me, my actions, my thoughts at times. You know, they at times it's like between her and me it's almost a parallel in stuff, but there are also a lot of times where, you know, she keeps going on that one line, and me, I make lots of branches off. You know, it may come back to that initial line at times, but I do branch off into different areas, getting better, being able to realize with wisdom about how things drove me to do things, and then learning to stop those kinds of behaviors. I've been able to do that. You know, my first instance that I remember doing that is when, you know, I was like 19 and, you know, just really close to being an alcoholic. And then once I realized it, that I was really close to it, I stepped back. I quit drinking, you know. And mom quit drinking too. She was sober for, I don't know, I guess she got sober sometime after I was born. I guess, I don't know, but you know, she did not drink, which I'm proud of her for that. And I'm proud of her that, you know, she was a smoker for a lot of her life, and she, you know, she gave them up just like I did with the alcohol and the Carisoprodol I was addicted to, you know. She made up her mind she was going to quit. She threw away the cigarettes, used one of the Nicorette gums, and then just didn't smoke again. And I get that from her, but I'm able to take it into a deeper place within myself that she was never able to reach. And it's hard loving someone and not liking who they are as a person. That's not an easy thing to do. But I'm trying to give her a lot more grace because of the fact that I know she had those obstacles that she just was not able to overcome. Um, That doesn't make the actions any less reprehensible, but she didn't know any better. She really didn't. And, my last post, I talked about mom as well, and one of her sisters commented that mom was that way with them as well. Damn fruit flies. Mom was pretty mean to them as well. Although the way she always told it, she was the victim of everything. And that just really wasn't true. So it's been an enlightening year. Not always in a good way either. But hiding from knowledge and hiding from reality just isn't something I do. At least I try not to. I'd much rather know it and face it and then get on with life. And that's what I'm working hard to do. I'm working very hard to do it. And I've made a lot of progress. But I still have a lot more to go. Jasmine has always been a big advocate of journaling. And that's one thing I've given her a bit of pushback on. But today, I also told her the reasons I don't journal. And once I explained to her, she understands a bit better. Doesn't make her tell me to journal less. She still wants me to journal, but she's at least given me options that I didn't really think about. So, going to try it. It's just not something I do very well. But, I've had good success in writing the letters to people or to my kitties or, just whatever, and letting those emotions out. With what I write down in these journal pages, maybe I'll burn it after I'm done. I don't know. But I'll definitely have to give it a try. Tomorrow I have an appointment with a neurologist. My hands shaking have gotten worse, and I don't know if it's just the essential tremors or if it is going the way of Parkinson's. And that's one of the things I'll need to find out. And hopefully we can make that determination tomorrow. I don't know. But I'd much rather know and be able to address it if it is heading that way. Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just the essential tremors that I've had for years. And it just is starting to get a little bit worse. But we'll see. It's a lot going on. Today was a pretty emotional day for me. When I have emotional times, I end up doing work. Today it was rehoming tarantulas. Used to be I would, just be a whirlwind of cleaning house, and I would do it at the detriment of my own health, with making my back hurt more. So I don't do that quite so much anymore. But I do still do work when I'm angry, upset, emotional, whatever. That's just my way of coping and helping me to regulate my emotions a little bit better and give me time to process whatever's gone on. So, yeah, I think here in a few minutes I'll put some trash in the back of the truck so I can take it out tomorrow. Um, Counseling is hard work. If you're really committed to changing things and looking deeper into yourself, therapy can be a very good thing and a very rewarding experience, but also very, very emotional and trying. A month from today, well, I should say 31 days from today, will be the 8-year anniversary of Dad's death. Not looking forward to that. But this year, hopefully, I can come at it with a little bit of peace and not be so hard on myself. Here's hoping. All right, well, I'm done rambling. I really do appreciate watching. If you've watched this, it means the world to me. It really does. You have to work at being your better self and having a really good guide to help you on that journey can make all the difference in the world. So, I love you all. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I thank you. Bye.